This is the result after 2 months of taking care of the orchid pot. Look, the plant has 2 more branches and roots growing. It shows the strong growth and vitality of the orchid. The orchid leaves also become much greener and shinier than before. Look at these old orchid branches that are continuing to grow and sprout new buds. Isn't that great?
Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will show you how to make your own seaweed fertilizer. This method is very simple, but the effect is extremely magical for orchids. Let's get started. To start making seaweed fertilizer, you need to prepare a piece of dried seaweed. The size of the seaweed piece does not need to be too large, just a small piece is enough. Before use, chop the seaweed into smaller pieces for easier handling during the grinding process. Dried seaweed is rich in minerals and micronutrients, which are the main ingredients that make this fertilizer special and effective. After preparing the seaweed, put it all in a blender. Next, add about 300 milliliters of warm water. Warm water will help the grinding process become easier and at the same time activate the nutrients in the seaweed. Blend this mixture until the seaweed is completely ground. Once the mixture is pureed, the next step is to filter out the residue. You can use a sieve or a filter cloth to remove excess seaweed fibers. Filtering the residue helps the fertilizer solution become smoother, easier to absorb and use on the orchid. Add water to the solution to bring the total volume to about 1.5 liters. This ratio ensures that the solution is enough for the orchid to absorb without causing damage. Next, add 1 teaspoon of regular yeast to the solution. Leave the mixture for 2 hours, allowing the microorganisms in the yeast to grow rapidly. This is an important step to increase the effectiveness of the fertilizer. This seaweed fertilizer solution can be used in a variety of ways. Method 1. Use solution to clean orchid leaves. As a first step, you can use a seaweed fertilizer solution combined with yeast to clean the leaves of the plant. This solution not only helps remove fungal diseases on the leaf surface, but also provides some necessary nutrients directly through the leaves. Cleaning the leaves helps the leaves to breathe, absorb light better, and increase the ability to photosynthesize. In addition, nutrients from the seaweed solution will penetrate the leaves, helping the leaves to be healthier and grow better. This method should be done regularly, 1 to 2 times a month. After a while, you will notice that the leaves are greener, fungal diseases are reduced, and the orchid looks much healthier. Method 2. Spray the solution all over the orchid plant. This method is done by spraying the seaweed and yeast solution evenly over the entire orchid plant, from leaves, stems to roots. This is a way to supplement nutrients through the leaves, similar to using regular foliar fertilizer but with higher efficiency, thanks to the natural nutrients from seaweed. Seaweed provides abundant minerals such as potassium, magnesium, iron, zinc, and micronutrients, helping plants grow healthily, promote photosynthesis, create energy and support flowering. Spraying the solution on the leaves helps the plant absorb nutrients quickly, increase resistance, and keep the leaves green and shiny, supporting the plant to grow and bloom brilliantly. Method 3. Water this solution into the orchid roots. Water the seaweed solution directly onto the orchid roots. This is an effective way to provide nutrients, helping the roots absorb minerals and micronutrients quickly. At the same time, the seaweed solution improves soil fertility, maintains necessary moisture, and creates an ideal environment for root growth. Seaweed helps plants grow strongly and produce beautiful, vibrant flowers. The nutrients in seaweed strengthen the immune system, helping plants fight pests and harmful environmental agents, protecting orchids throughout the growth process. Seaweed solution is also a particularly effective solution for orchids that are having health problems. When the plant is weak due to lack of water, pests, or harsh environment, nutrients from seaweed will help the plant recover quickly. For weak orchids, you can soak the orchid roots in seaweed solution for about 1 hour. This will help the roots absorb the maximum amount of necessary nutrients. For best results, you should do this process every 3 days. After just 1 month of applying the method of watering and soaking in seaweed solution, the orchid will recover significantly. The roots will grow healthy, the leaves will be green, and the orchid will be ready to bloom brilliantly. This is a simple care method, but brings outstanding results. So in this video, I have shared with you how to make liquid fertilizer to take care of lush orchids. Stunted and lifeless orchids will grow effectively. To watch the next useful videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, goodbye, and see you again.
Hello orchid lovers, I am very happy to meet you in this video. Today I will share with you in detail 3 ways to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Please watch this video of mine. Method 1. Using coffee and oats. Add 1 teaspoon to the bottle with 500 milligrams of boiling water and stir well. Mix coffee with boiling water to extract the beneficial compounds from coffee, making them easily absorbed and used in orchid care. Cover the jar and leave it in a dark, airy place until the coffee cools. Next, you need to prepare oatmeal. Oatmeal provides protein, vitamin B and minerals that help orchids grow well. Add 1 spoon of oatmeal to the jar with 500 ml of boiling water and stir well. Mix oatmeal with boiling water to extract nutrients easily absorbed by orchids, stimulating root growth. After 2 hours, stir the coffee pot well and filter out the residue to collect a clean solution, avoiding residue that can harm orchid roots. Then add 500 ml of filtered water mixed with coffee water to create a dilute solution, helping orchids absorb easily and avoid harming the plant. Method 1. Use a soft cotton ball soaked in coffee water to clean each leaf of the orchid. This helps to clean the orchid leaves of dirt, mold, and insects that live on the leaves. You need to clean both the top and bottom of the orchid leaves. Cleaning the leaves regularly helps keep your orchid lush and shiny. Cleaning orchid leaves helps open the stomata and the orchid will photosynthesize better. Coffee is rich in nitrogen, an important nutrient that helps plants grow healthy, green leaves. Wipe the orchid leaves 1-2 times a month to protect the orchid and help it grow better. Next, pour the cinnamon water into a spray bottle and mist your orchid pot with cinnamon water. Watering orchids with cinnamon water has the same effect as using foliar fertilizer. It provides the plant with nutrients that are easily absorbed through the surface of the orchid leaves. With powerful antioxidant compounds, this coffee water helps orchids increase resistance, providing comprehensive protection from the roots to the stems and leaves, promoting large and beautiful buds and flowers all year round. You should water your orchid regularly, every 2 weeks in this way. Remember to water orchids in the morning to help the leaves dry quickly when the sun rises at noon, reducing the risk of mold and disease. You stir the oatmeal water, then you filter the residue and mix it with the coffee water. Method 2. Water the coffee and oats directly on the roots. Here is my orchid. The roots have turned white. It is best to water directly on their roots. Water this solution directly onto the orchid's roots, as coffee and oats contain many minerals and organic matter, providing essential nutrients for orchid growth. This solution contains very high levels of nitrogen, potassium, and magnesium, which stimulates orchids to bloom earlier and become larger and more beautiful. For orchids to grow well, you should water them once every 1 to 2 weeks. Once a month, I usually soak the orchid pot in this fertilizer solution for about 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, I took it out of the pot and left it in a place with lots of light sunlight so the orchid could photosynthesize and exchange nutrients well. And here is the result after 3 weeks. Look, many new roots have grown. New roots help the plant absorb water and other essential nutrients. As the new roots develop, it will promote the growth of other parts, such as leaves and flowers of the orchid. the orchid has a healthy root system and many buds. When it blooms, it will show off bright, vibrant, and long-lasting colors. Method 2. Using mayonnaise and lemon. First, you pour water into the spray bottle and spray the orchid. Watering orchids not only provides moisture and sustains life, but also stimulates root growth and supports photosynthesis. At the same time, watering also helps clean dirt and prevent the appearance of pests. You need to prepare a spray bottle with enough pressure to help clean dirt on leaves more easily, increase photosynthesis, and prevent mold. Then use a clean, soft cloth to dry the water on the leaves to help prevent mold and bacteria from growing and reduce the risk of leaf rot. Water that remains on leaves for a long time, especially in leaf axils, easily creates a humid environment, favorable for pathogens to develop. Wait about 30 minutes for the leaves to dry completely. Next, I took a little mayonnaise and poured it on a soft cotton pad, and then applied it evenly on the top of the leaf. No need to wipe the underside, because they have a different structure. Applying mayonnaise to orchid leaves helps clean dirt and creates a natural shine to the leaf surface, making the plant look greener and healthier. The oil layer in mayonnaise also creates a protective film, preventing dust from sticking and hindering the growth of mold and bacteria. Maintaining healthy leaves is important for orchids to bloom more and for longer periods of time. Since photosynthesis takes place in the leaves, they must be in good condition. Therefore, cleaning and nourishing the leaves is very important, and mayonnaise will help you do this. Using mayonnaise helps the leaves to be nourished, shiny, and healthier. Mayonnaise is made from eggs, vinegar, and cooking oil, so it contains a lot of antioxidant amino acids and other nutrients that are good for plants, especially your orchids. After you wipe the leaves with mayonnaise, let the leaves absorb the nutrients for about 30 minutes. Next, take half a lemon and squeeze the juice into a jar with 1 liter of filtered water. Then use a soft cotton pad soaked in this water to wipe the orchid leaves. This will remove all the mayonnaise and dirt from the orchid leaves, allowing them to breathe and photosynthesize better. If you grow many orchid pots, you can put them in a spray bottle to spray on the leaves for productivity. You need to do this once a month. After spraying lemon water on orchids, you will see shiny and healthy leaves. This is really helpful when the orchid starts to dry out and fall off. It will help the orchid revive immediately. You can use the remaining lemon juice to water the orchid roots. Lemon juice contains citric acid, which helps adjust the pH of the soil, creating a favorable environment for the orchid to grow better. You should also maintain this once a month, and the orchid will grow stronger than you think. Look at this. This is the result. The leaves are always green and shiny, looking very sturdy and healthy. When orchid leaves photosynthesize well, it will create better conditions for the orchid's metabolism. Method 3. Using rice and ginger powder. Here is my cattleya pot with 6 old stunted branches. I will guide you to help them reproduce quickly and bloom continuously. First, you need to cut off all the roots of the damaged orchid. Removing damaged roots helps prevent the spread of fungal diseases and protects healthy roots. It also stimulates new root growth, increasing the plant's ability to absorb nutrients. I clamp the orchid with a fixed bar to avoid shaking, protect the young roots, and help the plant cling firmly to the substrate, growing better. Next, use scissors to separate each orchid branch. This helps the orchid grow many new branches. Leave the orchid pot in a cool place for 1 week and do not water it to let the cut heal itself. After 1 week, take 5 spoons of rice and put them in a jar with 2 liters of warm water and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Soak for 30 minutes. Soaking rice and turmeric starch creates nutritious water, providing vitamins, minerals, and natural antibacterials, helping orchid roots stay healthy and preventing fungal diseases. After 30 minutes, stir the rice and turmeric powder well and then filter out the residue, taking only the liquid from the solution. Then you use this rice water and turmeric powder to water the orchid roots. Rice water has some nutrients that are good for orchids, such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, like a natural fertilizer that provides nutrients for plants. You can soak the orchid pot in this water for 20 minutes, which helps provide nutrients for the roots and fight bacteria and fungi, thereby helping the plant grow healthily. Next, use a soft cotton ball soaked in rice water and turmeric powder to wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. Turmeric starch contains antioxidants and has antibacterial effects, helping to eliminate fungi, bacteria, and insects that are harmful to orchids. Besides, cleaning orchid leaves helps the plant photosynthesize more effectively, promoting the plant to grow in the best way. You should water and wipe orchid leaves with rice water and turmeric powder 2-3 times a month. After 2 weeks, the orchid roots have started to sprout. Isn't that wonderful? To help the orchid grow well, I continue to water the orchid pot with rice water and turmeric powder. Note that you only need to fertilize with rice water and turmeric powder 2-3 times a month, and every day you just need to water normally to keep the orchid moist. This is the result after 2 months of caring for my old orchid pot. Look, after 2 months, the orchid buds have grown very healthy. They grow densely at the base of the orchid plant. Normally, if I don't use rice water and turmeric powder, the orchid will only grow 1-2 buds. From the old barren orchids, I have taken care of them to reproduce continuously and healthily. Now plant them in large pots so they can grow even stronger. I use crushed pine wood to grow orchids, which helps create a well-ventilated, well-drained, moisture-relating substrate while providing natural nutrients to help orchids grow healthily. After planting the orchids in large pots, I continued to water them with rice water and turmeric powder to help them grow better. Look at this. 1 year later, they have grown very well. I have a giant orchid pot, lots of plants and leaves growing green. Keep taking care of them with all your heart to enjoy the wonderful results beyond your expectations. So in this video, I have shared with you 3 ways to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Just follow the methods I instruct and you will surely succeed. Wishing you good health and enjoy wonderful moments with your beautiful orchid pots. To watch the next useful videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. Goodbye and see you again. Hello everyone, nice to meet you in this video. You are an orchid lover. You are looking for a way to propagate them but do not know how. Or maybe you have propagated orchids but failed. In this video, I will guide you through 5 extremely simple, easy to do and highly effective ways to propagate orchids. Please watch the entire video. Method 1. Using ginger. In my hand is a withered orchid branch. I will propagate on this orchid branch. And now I will share with you how to propagate from any orchid species. First, we cut off the blooming points. Just keep these 3 segments so the orchid can sprout. Then you cover the cut with melted candle wax to protect the orchid from rotting. Peel off the protective membrane of the orchid shoot to stimulate the shoot to grow stronger and faster. To propagate orchids, you need to prepare 1 branch of fresh ginger, then chop them. Ginger contains compounds such as gingerol and sugarol that can prevent the growth of harmful bacteria and fungi, help protect orchid seedlings from infection, and increase survival rates when propagating. After chopping the ginger, put it in a jar with 500 milligrams of boiling water and wait for 1 day, so that the ginger can extract antibacterial and antifungal compounds, creating an effective germ protection solution. Filter out the ginger residue to obtain a clear solution, making it easy to absorb and not causing blockage when used. You put the orchid branch in the vase and pour in the filtered ginger solution for about 30 minutes. To propagate orchids, you also need to prepare moss. Soak the moss in ginger water for 30 minutes. This will help disinfect, fight fungus, keep moss clean and safe for orchid propagation, and reduce the risk of infection for orchid buds. After soaking the moss for 30 minutes, use your hands to squeeze the ginger juice. I use recycled plastic boxes as small greenhouses, which helps the orchid propagation process go faster. Note that you need to make vent holes in the plastic box so that the orchid has ventilation space, avoids waterlogging, and creates conditions for orchid growth while helping to maintain stable humidity. You put moss in a plastic box and spread it evenly. Then put the orchid branch in a miniature greenhouse and spray it with moisture once a week. Close the lid of the box and place the orchid propagation box in a cool place away from direct sunlight. And here is the result after 21 days. Look, it has sprouted. Isn't it amazing, guys? You continue to spray mist to keep moist and keep in a bright place. Avoid direct sunlight. After 10 days, the orchid has grown roots. The sprouts are also taller and green and full of life. Please continue to mist to keep the orchid moist to help it grow stronger. Wow, the result after the next 2 weeks, the orchid grew so fast, with many roots too. From a dry orchid branch, I took care of it to propagate like this. Amazing, isn't it? And now I plant it in a pot to let the orchid adapt and grow in the outside environment. I plant orchid cuttings with pine bark to create an airy environment, help the plant develop roots easily and provide stable humidity for the orchid. Remember to plant the base higher than the pot so the orchid does not get root rot. Finally, cover the top layer of moss and remember to water to keep the orchid moist. Method 2. Using vitamin bone. These are dendrobium orchids, and I will be propagating them from an old cutting. This old branch cannot develop into a seedling on its own, but will serve as a source for effective propagation. You cover the cut of the orchid branch with a layer of toothpaste, which helps prevent bacteria from entering, protecting the cut from infection and drying out. Next, pour 500 milligrams of room temperature water into the basin and add 2 vitamin bone tablets. Stir well until the vitamins are completely dissolved in the water. Vitamin bone helps stimulate orchid root growth while increasing nutrient absorption to help orchids grow healthily. Soak orchid branches in the pot for 30 minutes to help stimulate root growth and new shoots. Next, you need to prepare a round piece of foam and clamps to propagate orchids. Use a glue gun to attach these clips around the foam to clamp the orchid branches into a circle. After attaching the pretty clips around the foam, you proceed to clip the old orchid branch to the foam. Clamping orchid branches into foam helps keep the branches stable, creates a good moist environment for root development, and increases the success rate of propagation. Fill the pot with water mixed with vitamin bone, then put the sponge with the orchid branch in the pot. Clamping the foam like this helps the orchid branch always float on the water surface, ensuring that the branch is not submerged, creating conditions for the roots to develop in a moist environment without rotting. And this is the result after 1 month of my orchid breeding. Look, the orchid branch has taken root and sprouted. Isn't that wonderful? I continue to put the orchid cuttings in the pot to let them grow stronger. After another month, it was really surprising, right? The roots grew a lot and became longer, and the sprout developed into a tall tree. You see? Just a few simple steps like that, and you have successfully propagated orchids from old branches. This way, you can propagate any other orchid species yourself. Just follow the steps I have given, and you will be guaranteed success. To grow orchids, remove the clamp and lift the orchids out of the foam. Then cut each seedling and plant them in a pot so that the orchids can grow in the outside environment. Method 3. Using aloe vera and ginger. This is a pot of orchids that has bloomed and only has one last flower left. Even if the flowers have fallen, it is still possible to propagate from unopened flower stalks. I will cut off the flower stalk that has bloomed, helping to concentrate nutrients on the unbloomed flower stalk, stimulating the growth of new buds. It was important to make sure the cut wasn't crushed, so I used a sharp razor blade to smooth out the cut. Peel off the protective layer of the young shoot to make it easier for the sprout to grow. To propagate orchids, I need 1 aloe vera leaf, then cut it into small pieces. Aloe vera helps stimulate roots and fight disease in orchids due to its antibacterial properties. It also provides moisture and nutrients, helping orchids grow healthily. Inserting aloe vera into orchid branches helps them recover quickly, prevents infection, promotes root growth, and provides nutrients for orchids. Next, use another aloe vera leaf and chop it up. You add 30 grams of fresh ginger and also chop it. After chopping the aloe vera and ginger, put them in a blender with 300 milligrams of water and blend them. Filter out the aloe vera and ginger residue, taking only the clear solution. Add water to get 1 liter of aloe vera and ginger solution. Next, water the orchid roots with aloe vera and ginger to provide nutrients, stimulate root growth, and help the plant increase its resistance. Aloe vera is rich in vitamins and minerals, while ginger has anti-inflammatory properties, helping the plant fight disease. Soak orchid pot in solution for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the aloe vera from the orchid branch and use cotton to dry them. Then, apply toothpaste to the cut and wait for the toothpaste to dry to disinfect the orchid wound. After the toothpaste has dried, use aloe vera and ginger solution to spray the orchid once a week. Here is the result after 1 month the orchid branch has sprouted. To help the sprouts grow strongly and take root, I continue to spray aloe vera and ginger solution once a week. Let's wait and see the results in the next 2 months. Wow, this seedling has grown strong and has long roots. Isn't it amazing, guys? Now you can cut this orchid branch and plant it in a pot for better growth. Method 4. Using garlic and cinnamon powder. This is my Cattleya orchid. It has grown very well. This is an old orchid branch that will not grow seedlings if not separated from the pot. I will cut it out of the pot to propagate. You see, this is the sleeping bud at the base of the orchid branch. I will wake it up. I use a sharp knife to recut the cuts so they don't get crushed, helping the plant recover quickly. I then sprinkle cinnamon powder on the cut to prevent mold or bacteria from entering, and to promote healing. I used 1 clove of garlic and cut it in half, and then applied the garlic juice to the dormant orchid sprouts, stimulating the sprouts to wake up and grow quickly. Next, I use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a pot with 500 ml of boiling water. Then stir them well and wait for them to cool before using. When the cinnamon powder water has cooled, it is necessary to filter out the residue. Filter out the residue in the cinnamon powder water to avoid residue sticking to the roots and leaves, hindering the absorption of water and nutrients, and limiting the growth of mold and bacteria. I soak the moss in cinnamon water for 30 minutes to help disinfect, kill bacteria and mold that may be present in the moss, and also increase the plant's ability to absorb nutrients. After soaking for 30 minutes, I took out the moss and squeezed out the water. I use a glass jar to propagate orchids. Put moss in the glass jar and then put the old orchid cuttings in the jar. Use plastic wrap to cover the orchid propagation jar. Note that you need to punch a few vent holes to help maintain air circulation, prevent condensation, and provide oxygen for the orchid to grow well. Then you need to leave the jar in a cool place. After a week of propagation, you need to water the orchid every 5 days to ensure enough moisture, help the plant grow healthily, and stimulate new roots. And now let me see the results after 2 months of orchid breeding. Look, the orchid has revived, sprouted and taken root. Isn't that wonderful? I continue to put the orchid branch in the vase for the orchid to grow better. After 2 weeks, you see this little orchid has grown very healthy and the roots have grown out. After only 2 months from the old orchid branch, I propagated it into a healthy small orchid plant. Now I plant the orchids in pots so they can grow in the outside environment. After planting orchids, water the plant with aloe vera to help it absorb nutrients from the aloe vera and maintain moisture for better growth. Method 5. Using bananas to propagate orchids. This is my orchid pot. After it blooms, I will cut a branch with buds to propagate. I use 1 clove of garlic and cut it in half, then apply garlic juice on the cut. This helps to disinfect the orchid and prevent it from rotting due to fungus. After the cut has dried, I cover the cut with melted candle wax to prevent the orchid from losing water and also prevent fungi from entering through the cut and causing the orchid branch to rot. Next, I take 1 small banana and put it in the blender with 1 liter of water, and then puree the banana. Filter out the banana residue and take only the clear water. Then soak the orchid branches in banana water for about 20 minutes, helping to provide natural nutrients, stimulating the roots to grow faster. Put 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a jar with 1 liter of boiling water and cover. Then wait for it to cool. After the water has cooled, filter out the cinnamon residue and soak the moss in cinnamon water for 20 minutes to help kill bacteria and mold. After 20 minutes, remove the moss and squeeze out the water to prepare for the next step. To better propagate orchids, I used a plastic bottle to create a miniature greenhouse. Note, the plastic bottle needs to be perforated to help drain water, avoid waterlogging, and create ventilation, helping orchids grow better. I cut the plastic bottle in half for easy propagation. I have prepared the pebbles, and now I will spread a layer of them on the bottom of the plastic box. Pebbles help drain water well, retain moisture, and create ventilation for orchid roots to grow healthily. I will then spread a layer of moss over the pebbles and place the orchid cuttings in the miniature greenhouse. Then, need to water the orchid to have enough moisture to grow. You need to put the orchid in a cool place to wait for it to germinate. And here is the result after 2 weeks. Wow, the orchid has sprouted. Isn't that amazing? Continue placing the orchid in the miniature greenhouse and mist regularly to keep it moist. After 1 month, look at this. The orchid sprout has grown leaves and roots. It's amazing, guys. For better orchid growth, add organic fish fertilizer. Be sure to fertilize away from the orchid roots. This helps protect the young roots and provides nutrients slowly, supporting healthy orchid growth. Then you continue to spray mist to keep the orchid moist. Look, after 2 months, the small sprout has grown into a tall, healthy orchid. The roots and leaves are growing very well. Now you can plant the orchid in a larger pot to let it grow in the outside environment. So in this video, I have guided you through 5 ways to propagate orchids that are extremely simple, easy to do, and highly effective. Good luck! To watch the next videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your interest and follow-up. Goodbye and see you again. Hello everyone! You are an orchid lover and want them to always be lush, take root quickly, and bloom continuously. In this video, I will share 3 simple but extremely effective methods to help orchids grow healthy and bloom all year round. Please watch the whole video. Method 1. Using bread, bananas, eggshells, beer. First, you need to prepare a bread and tear it into small pieces to make fertilizer for the orchid pot. Bread contains carbon, an essential ingredient that helps stimulate the growth of beneficial bacteria in orchid growing media. These bacteria decompose organic matter, creating very good conditions for orchid roots to grow. Bread, especially whole grain bread, is rich in vitamins and minerals such as B vitamins, iron, and potassium, which help nourish orchids. After tearing the bread into small pieces, pour it into a glass jar. Next, you need to prepare 2 ripe bananas to use as fertilizer for orchids. Peel and remove the core, then chop the banana peel. Banana peels are rich in potassium, an essential mineral that helps boost a plant's disease resistance and promotes beautiful, long-lasting blooms. In addition, banana peels also stimulate beneficial microorganisms, improving the porosity and moisture of the substrate. After chopping the banana peel, put it in a glass jar with the bread. You need to prepare 5 more sun-dried eggshells, then crush the eggshells into small pieces and put them in the jar. Eggshells contain a rich amount of calcium, of which about 90% is calcium carbonate. Eggshells provide calcium to help orchids develop strong roots, prevent root rot, and balance the pH of the growing medium. Next, you need to prepare a can of beer to help ferment the solution faster. You put 100 milligrams of beer in the jar with bread, banana peel, eggshell. Next, add 1 liter of filtered water to the jar, close the lid tightly, and leave in a cool place for 3 weeks to create a very good fertilizer for orchids. The fermentation process produces beneficial microorganisms that break down organic matter into easily absorbed nutrients. This fertilizer provides potassium, calcium, and phosphorus, helping roots grow strong and plants bloom beautifully and for a long time. Three weeks later, I had a nutrient-rich organic fertilizer solution made from bread, banana peels, and eggshells. Stir the solution well. The solution has a light aroma of fermented bananas. If you smell an unpleasant odor, you should not use it because it may be due to bacteria or mold growth, which is harmful to the orchid. Take about 50 ml of this solution and mix it with 1 liter of filtered water to take care of the orchid. This is my orchid pot. It just finished blooming. Caring for orchids after flowering is very important for the plant to recover and continue to bloom the next season. And now let me take care of this orchid pot. Step 1. Use a soft cotton ball soaked in this water to wipe both sides of the orchid leaves. This will help remove dirt and mineral salts that remain on the leaves. It also helps to increase resistance, prevent pests, and improve the photosynthetic ability of plants. In addition, this solution provides nutrients such as calcium, potassium, and phosphorus, stimulating the growth of leaves and flowers. Step 2. Put this solution in a spray bottle to spray the entire orchid plant. This not only helps the leaves stay healthy, but the nutrients are also absorbed through the stem, helping the plant grow better. Step 3. Water this solution into the orchid pot. Water the orchid pot with a solution of bread, banana peels, and eggshells to provide essential nutrients for the plant's roots, helping the orchid recover and grow quickly. Step 4. After you spray water on the orchid, you need to wipe off the liquid fertilizer on the leaves. If this solution remains on the leaves for too long, especially in humid environments, it can cause problems such as leaf rot, mold, or leaf burn due to the nutrient concentration being too high. Note: you should water this solution for orchids in the morning. When the sun rises, the orchids will photosynthesize effectively, helping the plant metabolize better. After wiping the leaves, place the orchid pot in a bright place, away from direct sunlight to prevent leaf burn and wilting. This is the result after 2 months of taking care of the orchid pot. Look, the plant has 2 more branches and roots growing. It shows the strong growth and vitality of the orchid. The orchid leaves also become much greener and shinier than before. Look at these old orchid branches that are continuing to grow and sprout new buds. Isn't that great? Continue to take care of your orchid pot with all your heart, promising to bring the most beautiful flowers in the near future. Method 2. Using beetroot and banana. This is my orchid. It has finished blooming. After flowering, the plant often weakens because it has devoted all its nutrients to the blooming process. If you know how to take good care of the plant, it can still grow strongly and bloom regularly. And now I will share with you how to take care of them. First, you need to cut off old orchid branches, helping the plant focus nutrients on growing new branches and flowering better. You also need to remove any damaged leaves, which helps prevent the spread of fungi and pests, as well as other pathogens that can harm your orchid. Remove all damaged orchid roots to prevent fungal diseases and help the orchid absorb nutrients better. The next step I made was to fertilize the orchid to encourage it to grow stronger. You need to prepare one red beetroot and cut it into slices like this and chop them. Beetroot provides potassium, iron and magnesium, helping orchids develop strong roots and lush green leaves. The betanin pigment in beetroot stimulates bright, long-lasting flowers. Beetroot solution also nourishes beneficial microorganisms, improving the growing medium for orchids. Beetroot juice can be diluted for watering or composted as organic fertilizer for orchids, creating favorable conditions for healthy root growth. Next, take one banana and slice it thinly to make organic fertilizer for orchid care. Bananas are rich in potassium, which is essential for the growth of orchids, especially during flowering. After chopping the beets and bananas, put them in a jar with 500 bananas of warm water. Then close the jar tightly and leave it in a cool place. After 3 weeks, it will create a fermented organic fertilizer that is very good for orchids. After 3 weeks, I have obtained natural fermented fertilizer product from beetroot and banana. The product has the aroma of ripe bananas, and you take 50 ml of beetroot and banana solution and pour it into a large jar with 2 liters of water. Then stir well. After mixing the solution, you can use this water to water the base of the orchid. This is a liquid fertilizer made from beetroot and banana, rich in vitamins, minerals, and trace elements, providing a rich source of nutrition for orchids. Liquid fertilizer from beetroot and banana helps stimulate orchid root growth, enhancing the plant's ability to absorb water and nutrients. Soak orchids in beetroot and banana liquid fertilizer for about 20 minutes to help the roots absorb maximum nutrients, stimulate healthy roots, and increase water absorption. Next, use a soft cotton ball soaked in this solution to clean both sides of the orchid leaves. Cleaning orchid leaves will help the plant photosynthesize more effectively, promote growth and bloom more often. This solution directly provides vitamins and minerals to the leaves to help plants grow better. Wiping orchid leaves with a beetroot and banana solution helps stimulate the growth of beneficial microorganisms, thereby improving the overall health of the plant. Cleaning leaves helps prevent the appearance of pests and mold, protecting the health of the plant. After wiping the orchid leaves, I put this solution in a spray bottle to spray water over the entire orchid plant. Spraying water over the entire orchid will clean the leaf surface, creating conditions for more effective photosynthesis. Liquid fertilizer quickly provides vitamins and minerals necessary for plant growth. After you have soaked the orchid pot in the solution for about 20 minutes, take the orchid pot out. To reduce the risk of mold and bacteria growth, after watering your orchids, wipe off excess water from the leaves. Dried orchid leaves help improve gas exchange, supporting the respiration of both roots and leaves. You should care for your orchid, according to my instructions, about 1-2 times a month to maintain healthy growth for the plant. After wiping the orchid leaves, you need to place the orchid pot in a place with enough light for better photosynthesis and metabolism. Let's see the results after 2 months of taking care of my orchid. Look, the orchid has grown 2 big branches and roots are also growing at the base of the tree. Isn't it amazing? Healthy roots help plants absorb water and minerals more efficiently, supporting comprehensive growth from leaves to flowers. Method 3. Using baking soda and okra. First, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to a cup with 1 liter of water to create an orchid care solution. Method 1. To clean orchid leaves. Use a soft cotton ball soaked in baking soda solution to clean the top and bottom of the leaves. Wiping orchid leaves with baking soda water has the effect of killing fungus and increasing the plant's resistance. Baking soda helps prevent some common diseases in orchids, such as powdery mildew. In addition, baking soda also helps clean leaves, improve photosynthesis, and support healthy plant growth. Besides, baking soda can adjust the pH of water, creating an environment for orchids to grow. You should apply this method 1 to 2 times a month to keep orchid leaves green and shiny. Method 2. You use 2 okra. Put okra in blender with 300 milliliters water and blend until smooth. Okra contains many natural vitamins and minerals that help provide nutrients for healthy orchid growth, increase resistance, and stimulate root growth. The nutrients in okra support photosynthesis and better orchid growth. After grinding the okra, filter out the residue, taking only the clear liquid, which helps avoid root clogging and ensures that the irrigation water can easily penetrate the growing medium. You mix okra water with 1 liter of water, then you mix baking soda solution with okra water solution. You stir the solution well, and you have a very good liquid fertilizer for orchids. Now use this water to water your orchid pot. Okra contains many vitamins, minerals, and natural growth hormones that help provide energy for plants to grow better. Baking soda has antibacterial and antifungal properties that help prevent plant diseases. Baking soda can help adjust the pH of the environment, creating better conditions for plant nutrient absorption. Okra solution provides moisture to the plant, helping it stay green and full of life. You can combine both of these methods to take advantage of the nutrients of okra and the protective properties of baking soda, creating favorable conditions for orchids to grow in the best way. Soak the orchid pot in a solution of baking soda and okra water for about 20 minutes to help the orchid absorb nutrients better and maintain moisture. If you have many orchid pots, you can choose to spray with a spray bottle for better productivity. Spray the entire orchid plant with this liquid fertilizer solution, spraying both the top and bottom of the leaves to wash away dirt, insects, and fungi hiding on the leaves. Using baking soda helps clean the remaining industrial garden salt on the leaves when purchased, helping the plant stay green and shiny. You should do this 1 to 2 times a month to supplement nutrients for healthy orchid growth. After 20 minutes of soaking the orchid pot in liquid fertilizer solution, take it out and place the orchid in a place with lots of scattered light for photosynthesis. Meticulous care and proper application of methods will help orchids grow healthier, thereby increasing the ability to bloom with larger and more beautiful flowers. The combination of baking soda and okra not only provides nutrition but also protects orchids from disease, creating a favorable environment for orchids to grow best. Each leaf, each flower bud is a testament to the effort and heart you put into them, the crystallization of love and constant meticulous care. Each blooming orchid is a worthy reward for your sacrifices and dedication to the orchid pots. So in this video, I have shared with you 3 methods to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. In this video, I shared with you 3 methods to help orchids take root and bloom all year round. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to watch the next videos. Thank you for supporting my channel. Goodbye and see you again.
Welcome to my channel, where I share secrets to help your orchids stay bright and bloom beautifully for a long time. Orchids, with their elegant and charming beauty, not only captivate people, but also bring fresh vitality to your living space. However, to keep orchids healthy, root quickly and bloom all year round, we need to know how to take care of them properly. In this video, I will guide you to make organic fertilizer for orchids. Extremely simple but effective. Anyone can do it at home. Let's explore with me right away. To make this organic fertilizer, you will need coffee grounds. This ingredient is easy to find, environmentally friendly, and is especially rich in nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, which are great for orchid growth. I use 3 teaspoons, just enough to create a nutrient-rich organic fertilizer solution. After preparing the coffee, add 1 liter of boiling water to the pot. Hot water will help extract the maximum nutrients in the coffee. Let the mixture cool down gradually. The brewing time will help the ingredients dissolve completely, ensuring the solution achieves the best effect. Once the water has cooled, strain the mixture to remove all the coffee grounds. This will help the solution become clear, easily absorbed into the leaves and roots of the plants, and will also prevent clogging when using irrigation equipment. Add water to make 5 liters of coffee solution to adjust the concentration, creating a balance that helps plants absorb nutrients easily without overloading or harming the plants. Next, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda to the diluted coffee solution. Baking soda helps reduce acidity, balance pH, and create an ideal environment for plants to grow. At the same time, it also has the ability to prevent mold and pests, protecting plants more effectively. So I have guided you through the steps of preparing liquid fertilizer for orchids. This liquid fertilizer solution can be used in many different ways, and I will show you 3 ways. Method 1. Water liquid fertilizer directly onto the orchid roots. Coffee provides important nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, helping orchids grow healthily. In addition, baking soda has the ability to adjust the pH of the soil, reducing acidity if you use too much chemical fertilizer, creating an ideal environment for orchids. Baking soda not only helps adjust pH, but also kills harmful insects and fungi, effectively protecting orchids from these problems. Using an organic fertilizer solution made from coffee and baking soda helps orchids develop healthy roots, which play an important role in absorbing water and nutrients from the soil. When the roots are healthy, the plant will be able to absorb maximum nutrients, thereby helping the plant grow strongly and bloom evenly and beautifully. Method 2. Spray liquid fertilizer on orchid leaves. This method is similar to using foliar fertilizer, which helps provide nutrients directly to the plant through the leaves. You can spray the fertilizer solution on the entire orchid plant, from the leaves to the stem, helping the plant quickly absorb essential nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Providing nutrients through the leaves helps the plant grow strongly, increase vitality, and improve the ability to flower. In addition to providing nutrients, this solution also protects plants from insects and diseases. Baking soda in the solution has the ability to kill insects and mold, helping orchids avoid harmful agents from the environment. In addition, spraying fertilizer on the leaves also helps clean the leaf surface, keeping the leaves cool and free of dirt. This creates favorable conditions for photosynthesis, helping the plant absorb light better, thereby photosynthesizing more effectively, promoting plant growth and helping orchids bloom beautifully and long-lasting. Method 3. Use liquid fertilizer to clean orchid leaves. Another way to use this fertilizer solution is to wipe the surface of orchid leaves. When you use the solution to wipe the leaves, it not only provides nutrients, but also helps remove dirt, mold, and harmful agents on the leaves. This helps the leaves stay clean and airy, creating favorable conditions for the stomata to function more effectively. Stomata are small holes on the leaves that help the plant exchange gases, absorb carbon dioxide, and release oxygen. When the stomata function well, the plant's photosynthesis process will be enhanced, helping the plant absorb light and convert energy effectively. This not only helps the orchid grow healthily, but also promotes the ability to bloom evenly and beautifully. Keeping the leaf surface clean also helps the plant prevent diseases caused by mold or bacteria, keeping the orchid fresh and healthy. And this is the result after taking care of orchids with liquid coffee fertilizer and baking soda. The roots grow very healthy. Look at this, beyond imagination, right? It's very long and plump, isn't it wonderful? When the roots are strong, the plant will have an abundant source of nutrients, helping the flowers bloom beautifully and last long, with many flowers appearing on the same branch. These flowers will be fresh, bloom brightly, and maintain their beauty for a long time. So, in this video, I have shared with you in great detail how to care for orchids, helping them develop healthy roots and bloom beautifully all year round. Hopefully, these methods will help you have healthy, vibrant orchid pots that bloom for a long time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next useful videos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you again.